Hello YouTubers, diecast collectors, it's Jared White, the J-Man63, and today here I have a review. This is going to be the first review with my brand new camera, and today I have a car that I think needs absolutely no introduction whatsoever. The observant few who know Hot Wheels and who know just cars in general and hot rods and collecting will know exactly what I'm talking about, and that is in fact the Twin Mill. And I have the Legends set, the awesome, just very nice two-piece set here with the 1/64 scale and the 1/24 scale Twin Mill. This set I picked up for around $20 at this thrift store, and I think this is probably one of my best deals I've ever gotten on a anything die-cast except for the Swamp Rat Don Garlett's piece of my Munsters coach. But this is probably one of the best deals I've gotten, hands down. Now the first thing I want to show you here are the papers that this car came with. First off is the owner's manual, and just a nice representation. And it'll tell you a little bit of information about the actual car, because this is an actual model based off of the real Twin Mill itself. And as I'll show you, the car is pretty accurately detailed to the real car. Here's the information on the sheet. You got all the info on all this stuff here. You got the thing about the air vents. I mean, this has literally all the information about the model. I don't know of many companies that really do this anymore, or if there ever were any, except for Hot Wheels. So just shows you the effort that they went to represent just how well this piece is done. They took some real pride in this model, the way it was finished out and detailed. And you can read all this information if you want to pause it. But in any way, there you go. There's all the little information right there. Now, this shows you all the info about this car, how it was designed. So here is all that. Just a very cool piece. On the back here you got more information if you want to read all that. But there you go. Now let's get on to the other piece here that this came with. It's the certificate of title. And that doesn't really show a whole lot. Now it did come with a warranty card and a thing you could send away in the mail, but I'm not going to show those because every Hot Wheels 100% / Legends set comes with that kind of stuff. Now I'm going to show you the cars here. The little one has its fair share of details. It's pretty well done. You can see it actually has the headlights right here represented. And it's just a very nicely done car. And it's got the two motors there, and these are actually multi-piece, so you can see how this is actually a separate motor and not just a single casting. I did a very good job on these. So if you look at it real closely, you can see it pretty well represents the real car. Very well done. It says Twin Mill down the side here. That's a little small, but you can see that it says Hot Wheels and Twin Mill on the side here. It's very hard to make out. I can't even see it, but here's the back. Got your Hot Wheels logo right there. It is really well detailed for a 1/64 scale model. And of course, if you pop the little hatch open back here, you can see all your little details inside the cockpit, the gauges. I'm not sure if the gauge faces are there or not. From what I can see, I don't know if they are printed in there. It's a little small for a 1/64 for them to put actual gauges in there, so I'm not sure if they would actually put them in there or not. I couldn't see, but it's well done. But it's a very well done piece. Anyway, there's the underside. This one's actually held together with screws. And I think most of the Legends series were screwed together, so pretty nice. There's the rear pipes. And there's those flame pattern treaded tires. Alright, so now on to the coup de grace of the review. The big boy, the 124 scale twin mill. And I tell you what, this thing is beautiful. I mean, you know, it's based on the real car, and I think pretty much every single detail is represented here. The front end here, the Hot Wheels logos, and you can see the nice headlights there, a nice deep green antifreeze paint job, just like my two favorite drinks, Monster and Mountain Dew. But as you can see, it's just a very deep paint job. I mean, they just really went the extra mile with this. You can see the gas cap back here, the Hot Wheels logo. You can see the rear plate, some of the suspension detail that's done in back here. If you look down the other side, pan down here, and also those nice wheels. You can see the marker lights right there. Headlights don't have any peg in them. It's super nicely done. There's the wheels, nice mag tires, or mag wheels with the rubber tires and everything. I do like these better as opposed to what they put on the newer twin mill. I think they changed the wheels up on it, and I think they're doing something to the twin mill for the new Batman film. Personally, if they are doing this to the real show car, I don't think they have any respect for a classic. I think this is needs to be left the way it is. If they are doing something to the car that I've seen, then they're totally ruining it, in my opinion. So you can look it up, Batman vs. Superman and twin mill. I've seen a brief video of it. I haven't heard much. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're going to change this car up and do some stuff to it, which I hope isn't the case, but oh well. Which is very nice wheels, and I do like these a lot better than what they put on the new blue one. And they also put a wheelie bar on it now. But it's very well done. Now on to the motors. Motors are super well detailed with the plumbing, the wiring, and just all kinds of work done here. You can see spark plug wires, fuel lines, the supercharger. Sorry, I bumped the camera with the car. And there's actual rubber belts in there. I'm sure the other belt is rubber. There's like two belts in there, one for the accessory drives and one for the supercharger. Just very awesome details. I mean, you can see all the work that went on to this car. Here's the other engine here with all its detail. Just super well done. Awesome, awesome piece. Nice antifreeze green with the side pipe sticking out there. Just so badass. And you can hardly see over the hood. I mean, probably hard to drive this thing in real life. You got to imagine with all the, you know, superchargers. Pretty awesome though. Alright, so that is the motors taken care of. I think I've shown every square inch of what I can here, but you can see all the detail that went into these. Now, I don't know if you know this, but back in the day, I think you could pick these up for about 25 or 30 bucks, and it was very cheap for a model of this caliber and quality. Alright, so now this cabin opens up, and it opens up pretty smoothly. It doesn't really have much friction to it, but when you open it, it holds its position well enough. So let's move on to the inside here. Now this one, the gauges are all there. Black steering wheel, shifter, all kinds of detail. I don't know how comfortable this would be for a long distance drive, but being as it's a show car, I don't think it gets driven very much. And just everything that's there in the actual car is represented in full-on detail. I think this is probably one of the only 124 scale or larger scale models of the twin mill I know of, besides the Legends to Life series, which is very expensive, but just super well done. You can see the patterns in the seat. You can see the roll bar right here. So just super well done. If I zoom in, you can actually see more of that detailed interior. Just super awesome work here. But yeah, there you go. There is the interior of that bad boy. Can't imagine setting into this thing and starting up both those motors here and all 1,400 horsepower. This thing, just awesome, awesome, awesome. Super well done. Now, alright, let's go on to the underside here. You can actually see all this detail that goes into the bottom, and it is a flat pan, so there's really not much to look at. But under here you can see all the suspension components that are built up underneath this bad boy. And I forgot to mention the wheels do spin, but the brake discs actually stay in one spot. And the front wheels actually do steer along with the steering wheel. If you look in here, you can see that. You can see that they actually steer. But yeah, the steering wheel works with them, so pretty cool. Suspension doesn't work, but that's not really that doesn't really knock this model down for me. I don't care about working suspension when they've done so much work already to make it detailed. And just looking at the underside here from the up angle, you can see all the stuff that you really can't see unless you look really closely, but they've even gone as far to put the radiator in there, which I really like. So it's very well detailed. I mean, for even what you can't see, I'm sure if you unscrewed this model, there'd be a lot more to this than meets the eye. Of course, I'd never do that, but I'm sure there's a lot to what you can't see in there, but it is very well detailed. Alright, and then you can see that flame pattern kind of tread on those wheels. Very cool. I'm not sure how much these tires would have cost to make. I'm sure they were custom order when this car was made. So I can't imagine how much these tires must have cost. And then you can see the big massive meats on the rear here. Just super well done. I say one of my favorite pieces. If you're going to get a Hot Wheels Legends car, this definitely, if you like Hot Wheels, you're a big fan, this is definitely one to pick up. I know it goes for about $125 on eBay. So, you know, again, it is quite a bit of money to get if you're going to pay the price for it that it is. It is kind of worth it, but if you can pick it up for 20 to 50 bucks, I'd highly recommend it. All in all, I'd say I gotta give this model a full 10 out of 10 on everything. I mean, the paint work, the interior, everything that's done on it. I mean, and just because it probably is one of the only examples of twin mill you can get in a larger scale besides the 164. I mean, everyone's gonna have a 164 mainline or even the Psychedelic Relic set that has a twin mill in it, but not a lot of people are going to have this. So it's definitely one of the pieces that if you get it, it'll probably be the crown piece in your collection. Definitely is one of my favorites, probably the best deals I've gotten besides the Monster Coach I bought and the Swamp Rat. So I just got to say that this is just an absolute winner in my book. So if you're going to buy anything, I would definitely get this if you're going to get a Legends piece. There's a few. I mean, there's the Snake, the Mongoose I know of. There's the Cadzilla. There's a few that were done. There was the one for Hot Rod Magazine. But if you're going to get something that's iconic to Hot Wheels, I would definitely have to get this. And with Gas Monkey doing their Hot Wheels tribute car, I think that's coming on tonight on Fast and Loud. But I definitely am looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, I'm Jared White. Make sure you check out more reviews, see my other videos. Have a good one. Bye.